welcome back to the channel for another video. Today we have a 2021 Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro, and we got a special part today that was brought to us by our friends from American Modified. And apart from all the modifications that have been installed on this car to make it more off-road capable and fun in the dunes, today we're going to focus a little bit more on the overall exterior of the car, with some parts that are going to focus on the lighting. And we're going to cover an unboxing today and a little bit of a part review and install process, along with a little demonstration in the end of how everything is going to look. Now, this car is already pretty aggressive. It's got this gray paint with a lot of black accents, so it looks pretty aggressive. And we decided to go with some taillights that are going to enhance the overall exterior of the car with a more of a smoked out look. And they're going to be LED. So let's check out the parts. They're right here. They were just delivered. So the packaging is pretty damn good. Alright, we got our first taillight. So it's got the protective cover on here so we don't scratch the lens. We're going to keep this on here for pretty much the install process so we don't scratch the lens. And then here you got the 3 connectors that are going to go to the body harness. And yeah, we got 2 bolts here that are going to go on to secure the part, and this looks pretty good. I'm very excited. You can't really see much here from the smoked out lens. I think the detail is gonna really come alive once we get these things plugged in and lit up, and then we can see which which lights function for turn signals, brakes and reverse lights, and so on. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get these things back here in the box and begin with the removal of the OEM. And we're gonna install one side and give you guys a look in comparison from OEM. All right, let's start removing those. So the removal process is pretty straightforward with these taillights. There's really only 2 10mm bolts you have to remove, and they're located right here. When you lower the tailgate, you got the top one and then the very bottom one out of these 2 here in the back. So you can do this really, just by a simple wrench. Getting those out. So once you break this loose, if it's the first time you remove these, they're gonna have some resistance to coming out, but keep in mind there's these 2 long pins that are holding this in place, and we just gotta do our best to kind of wiggle it out slowly just till it pops out of those 2 long pins. So then if you need to assist on this side of the body with a plastic removal tool to get it to come out in a pretty straightforward direction, do that. But we're gonna try our best to wiggle this out slowly and carefully so we're not damaging the lens. There we go. So it requires a little bit of effort. Like I said, if you've never removed these before, they will be a little bit difficult to pop out. But you see, these are the 2 pins right here that are going to these little plastic clips, and that's what you have to work to popping them out. But we'll grease them out when we install the other ones, just so this does not become more difficult next time around. So we got the 3 connectors here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna pinch and pull to get these removed. All right, so we got the wires disconnected, and I just want to give you a side-by-side comparison of what the OEM one looks like and what the one from American Modified is. So we got the 3 wires, and these will go to these connectors. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Like I said, this is an LED version, so there's no bulbs and such involved. But yeah, the connectors are the same. Everything looks pretty good. This should be a direct bolt-on and pretty easy install. So now that you guys can see these back to back, I will go ahead and get this all plugged up and give it a test run. Okay. So we're gonna match these up with the OEM ones, and then should be only one direction. One. And make sure you guys hear the click too once you guys are getting these connected. Make sure you hear that that click indicating that it's fully engaged in there. So that was that. We got all 3 of these connected. You can see which ones they go with. So we're going to tuck these away here neatly, and we're going to align these pins with those holes and bolt it right up after. Peel back this a little bit so it doesn't get caught when we try to remove it later. Alright, that is in, and then we can come over here, and then we can just clearly see visible that the holes do line up. So this is ready to get bolted up and secured. So make sure everything lights up. And at this point, I'm going to peel back the film, and you guys can see what it looks like, and it looks fantastic in my opinion. I think it really complements the look of this truck and really gives it that aggressive style. Now, again, show you guys the comparison from the OEM. Alright, let's give it a test try. Alright, turn it on. So let's repeat the process on the driver's side. And again, don't forget you got 2 10mm bolts, and once this thing is loose, you just pry straight back and disconnect those pins. And this one seemed much easier than the other one. So alright, we'll take that as a win. Let's get these disconnected just like on the other side, and then get the new part installed. Alright guys, these look absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love the way this lighting setup is. So the car is on right now, so this is what you're going to see with the lights on. And then you got these lit up LED like a C shape that you see here, and then we also have a little bit of a side reflector here. You can see this is also lit up at the same time. So right now we're going to go ahead and try out the turn signals. So there you go, that's your turn signal. Alright, you want to hit the brakes. Alright, so that's with brakes applied. we are completely done with this install, and these look, again, super fantastic. I just want to show you guys the fitment as well is on point, and this looks excellent. You know, the gap and everything looks excellent. So again, I want to thank our friends at American Modified for sending out these taillights to try out on this Toyota Tacoma. And you guys, I'm going to put a link to their website in this video description. You guys can visit their website and you can find many accessories from grills to hoods, electrical like taillights, and many accessories for many OEMs across the line. And they've been excellent to work with. And you know, again, thank you to American Modified for sending us these taillights. And you guys, hopefully you enjoyed this, and you guys can go out there and purchase a pair. And you know, again, this really added to the aggressive look of the car. These taillights really increase the overall aggressiveness of this truck, and it looks amazing. All right, well, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys on the next video. Please like and subscribe.